cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life. But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
When it comes to man-made structures, Westeros has a variety to talk about, but since the events of Game of Thrones focuses on the 300-mile barrier known as the Wall, we can narrow down our topic of choice today. We've talked about the Wall, the need for it, the age of it, the magical spells that hold it together and keep the White Walkers from crossing it, and much more. One thing that is not commonly known when it comes to exclusively watchers of the show is the creator of the Wall. Legend says a man named Bran the Builder created the Wall, with the help of the Children of the Forest and giants. Bran, better known as Bran, was the founder of House Stark. At least that's what is believed. When you go back 8,000 years, you really can't be too sure. Anyway, Bran the Builder created the Wall, and he also apparently created other well-known structures in Westeros. For example, Winterfell. Now in the show, Winterfell may not seem very grand or anything of the like, but it is supposed to be massive. I mean, you have to remember that Starks ruled the North as kings for thousands of years, so their castle had to be one of royalty, not just your standard noble house. The reason I bring this up is because in comparison to the Wall, we know Bran the Builder utilized some magic to bind ice and stone together to stay fortified. It would make sense if Bran implemented some of these methods when raising Winterfell, and because of this, many fans believe Winterfell has some magical compounds to its foundation. Take a look at the crypt, the tomb for countless Stark kings and lords over many generations. The crypt is massive, so big in fact it is even bigger than Winterfell itself. It has multiple levels of graves, the bottom level mostly collapsed from age. If you had to group up every theory in the Ice and Fire series, the crypts under Winterfell will take the majority. Bran the Builder has raised a few other landmarks, such as the High Tower in Old Town. Actually, it is believed to be Bran the Builder or his son who created the tower. The High Tower is located in Old Town, which is the location where Sam and Gilly has just arrived to go to the Citadel. Old Town is quite simply the oldest town in Westeros. The castle and lighthouse combination has become a major landmark for citizens of Westeros. One interesting thing to note is that at the top of the High Tower, you can reportedly see the Wall, which is interesting knowing the creator possibly made both structures. It's somewhat of a nod to the architect in a way, since even though the High Tower and Wall are so far away, they are still connected. Bran the Builder was said to receive help and work side by side with the Children of the Forest, which brings me to his next possible great fortress that legends say he had a hand in creating. So in the books we learn of Durin, the first of the Storm Kings who ruled the Stormlands. Apparently, Durin fell in love with a woman who was the offspring of a wind goddess and a sea god. The gods hated this, and they tried to end Durin by creating deadly storms coming from the coast of what is now known as Shipbreaker Bay. The storms destroyed his castles, killed his family, and basically pushed Durin to his limits. He created 6 castles that were all destroyed, and refusing to acknowledge defeat, he raised one last castle, Storm's End, with the help of possibly Bran the Builder, either Bran the Builder or the Children of the Forest. Long story short, Storm's End still stands to this day, last known to be ruled by Renly Baratheon. If Gendry comes back in the story and is legitimized by King Jon Snow or someone else, he may be the next person to rule in that great castle. I wanted to talk about these structures built by Bran the Builder because I believe it is important to know that the Wall's creator had other big projects. I think if the first Brandon Stark had the ability to raise a massive wall that would keep the dead army out of the settled regions of Westeros, he may have implemented some magical bindings into the other work he did. Why is this important? Well, with the inevitable White Walker battle coming, and the Wall most likely not holding up much longer, Westerosis may need to retreat into one of these ancient fortresses. I would like to hear your thoughts. I hope anyone who celebrated Thanksgiving had a great holiday. I know my family kept me away from YouTube, so I apologize for that, but as much as we march into the next big holiday month, I want to say I am very thankful for all of you. From your point of view, you may just think all you do is watch my videos and go about your day, but in reality, you have supported something so much bigger than just a guy who is obsessed with Game of Thrones. The community we have created here is phenomenal, and once again, I am so thankful for all of you. Keep giving me ideas. Let me know what you want to see. I may not respond to every comment or email, but I try to stay on top of what the majority of fans want. With that being said, have a great day, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.